Northwood Headquarters is a military headquarters facility of the British Armed Forces in Eastbury, Hertfordshire, England, adjacent to the London suburb of Northwood. It is home to 5 military command and control functions: Headquarters, Joint Forces Command, the Permanent Joint Headquarters, the Multinational Headquarters, the Commander Operations for the Royal Navy, the NATO Allied Maritime Command. History: the headquarters is based on the grounds of Eastbury Park. In 1939, during the Second World War, the Royal Air Force took over the site for the use of RAF Coastal Command, which made use of the Eastbury House and also created a network of underground bunkers and operations blocks. The house was used as an officers' mess, though it was subsequently damaged by fire. In 1953, the Commander-in-Chief, Home Fleet, gained an additional NATO responsibility as Commander-in-Chief, Eastern Atlantic, as part of SACLANT, and the Eastern Atlantic NATO military command structure was established at the Northwood Headquarters. The Commander-in-Chief, Home Fleet, still flew his flag, however, in HMS Tyne at Portsmouth. In 1960, the Commander-in-Chief, Home Fleet, moved to Northwood. In 1963, the naval unit at Northwood was commissioned as HMS Warrior, and in 1966 the NATO Channel Command moved to Northwood from Portsmouth. The RAF completely vacated the site in 1969. In September 1971, when the post of Commander-in-Chief Fleet was established, the Royal Navy took over responsibility for the whole site, and in 1978 the Flag Officer Submarines also moved his headquarters to Northwood. As headquarters of the Commander-in-Chief Fleet, the site was the controlling headquarters for Operation Corporate, the Falklands War. In 1982, the Permanent Joint Headquarters was established on site in April 1996. In 2002, following a rationalization, the Commander-in-Chief Fleet moved the majority of his staff to Portsmouth and handed over the Northwood site to the Chief of Joint Operations. In 2006, major construction works commenced to improve the functionality of the site. The works, which involved the refurbishment or replacement of many of the key buildings, were carried under a private finance initiative contract by Carillion. The Queen visited the site on 6 May 2010 to open the main Permanent Joint Headquarters building, part of a £150 million redevelopment of the site. Joint Forces Command was established on site in April 2012. Occupants: Joint Forces Command. Joint Forces Command is a tri-service organization managing allocated joint capabilities from the 3 armed services. Permanent Joint Headquarters. Permanent Joint Headquarters is a tri-service organization holding operational control of British Armed Forces Joint Military Operation. PJHQ is headed by the Chief of Joint Operations. Single service operations remain under the operational control of the appropriate frontline command. Multinational Headquarters. Within the same building as the Permanent Joint Headquarters, there is also a multinational headquarters for the Command of European Union Military Operations. Personnel to support this structure are seconded from existing NATO and national posts on the site, augmented from elsewhere as required. This multinational headquarters is currently staffed by EU personnel commanding counter-piracy operations. Royal Navy. The Commander Operations remains with the current operations staff on the Northwood site. Among Commander Operations responsibilities are command of Commander Task Force 311 and CTF 345. Royal Navy reservists of HMS Wildfire moved back into a new building on the site in June 2011, having moved from the site of Bracken Hill House on Oxley Drive South in 1988. NATO Allied Maritime Command. The NATO Allied Maritime Command is based at Northwood, and comes under the command and control of the Allied Command Operations. Support units. The headquarters staff is supported by Joint Support Unit Northwood, providing administrative support, life support, facilities and supplier management, defense equipment and support, providing communications and information systems support. A detachment of military Provost Guard service personnel providing force protection.